Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I would like to share with you my PhD interview experience at the Mehta Family School of Data Science and Artificial Intelligence at IIT Roorkee. So this is an interdisciplinary department and my background is computer science engineering, in which I did my BE as well as MTech. So before going into the actual interview process, I would like to talk briefly about the department. So this, as I said, this is an interdisciplinary program. So there are faculties in the department with backgrounds from CSE, electrical, civil, mathematics, economics, and so on. And obviously, because of that, PhD candidates are taken from multiple disciplines. So this is established in 2021. Since this is new, the department is new, I could not find much information in the website, as a website for the department is still under construction. So from the news, what I can see is that the department is being funded by Mehta Family Foundation, which is based in Houston, USA. And the MOU is signed between the Mehta family this year in 2021 with IIT Roorkee as well as IIT Guwahati. So, from what I can understand, this might be the first set of PhD enrollment that is being made for the department. So about the shortlist of interview, a mail was sent to all the shortlisted students around 1 week before the interview schedule, uh, along with the interview schedule of each and every person, along with the shortlisting criteria. A total of 37 candidates was chosen shortlisted for the interview this semester. So this is a spring semester 2022 that I'm talking about. So the interview was held for 2 days, beginning from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. 20 minutes were allotted for each candidate, and there was a break, lunch break in between. So we needed to log in only half an hour before the time slot that was given to us. So this was held on WebEx platform, and before 10 a.m. on both the days at 9:30 a.m. all students who had the interview on that day were asked to log in, and we were asked to switch on our camera and mic so that we could see everything is working properly, and if we had any doubts regarding the interview, we could ask the coordinator. And one more thing she told us was we could talk about, once we are let into the interview, we could tell them which area we are comfortable with, and they would ask us the basic questions from there. So the screening criteria in 2022 spring semester was a valid UGC or CSIR scholarship, or a GATE score of 495 and above for general category, 445.45 and above for OBC and EWS category, and 330 above for SC/ST category. So once around half an hour before my timing, I got a call from the office asking me to join the meeting, and they would let me in once the previous candidate's interview is over. And once I got into the interview, the coordinator asked me, first actually the coordinator introduced me to the whole panel. There were total of 14 faculties in the panel. So in total around 5 faculties asked me questions. So ma'am introduced me with my profile, talking about where I completed my BTech, MTech from, and what is my CGPA, my GATE score, and such basic information. And after that, she asked me in which subjects I want to be interviewed on, which are the subjects that I'm comfortable with. So I told two subjects, that is algorithm and data structure and linear algebra. So once I told algorithm and data structure, one of the other faculties took control, and this was the first question that he asked me: what is binary tree and what is binary search tree, and time complexity for searching an element in binary search tree. In the beginning, I gave a wrong answer, but he eventually gave some example and led me to the correct answer. And then the second question was the definition of asymptotic notation. And then he gave me to find the complexity of n power 1.001 plus n log n in terms of theta notation. So I answered it would be n power 1.001. Then he asked me how it is and whether I could give the constant for which this will be correct. Uh, that is the C1 or C2 for the theta notation. And then he asked me the Fibonacci series time complexity for recursion. And the final question was regarding quicksort. First of all, I was asked what is the difference between a normal quicksort and a randomized quicksort. And then he asked me what is the probability that the randomized quicksort will have time complexity of order of n square. So these were the questions asked by the first faculty. Then the interview was taken over by another faculty who asked me the questions based on linear algebra. The first question asked was, what is the basis of a vector subspace? Then, what are the orthogonal vectors and how to check whether vectors are orthogonal? I said that I can check the orthogonality by using the dot product of two vectors. If it is 0, then we can say that the vectors are orthogonal. Then he asked me a question that is there are a set of all 3 cross 3 matrices. Is it a vector subspace? The next question was, are orthogonal vectors linearly independent and vice versa? And then he asked me how to convert linearly independent vectors to orthogonal vectors. I did not know the answer. Then he asked me whether I had heard of Gram-Schmidt's method. So I did not know about that as well. So then he asked me what is the linear transformation. This was asked by another ma'am actually. And then she asked me, given a rectangular matrix, to rotate it by an angle, what linear transformation will you apply? So these were the questions related to linear algebra that I was asked. Later on, another ma'am who is working in the data mining and big data uh, uh, took over, and she asked me a question that because I had given this research area as well in my application, she asked me whether I knew about big data or whether I had read anything about it. I said I did not have much idea, just I had read few concepts like k-means clustering, and immediately I was asked the question to tell the disadvantage of k-means clustering. And one more sir asked me to give a code snippet of how you will multiply matrix multiplication using any of the programming language. So this was the end of it. Overall, it took around 25 minutes. And once it was over, they told me to leave the meeting. So this was it about the interview experience at Mehta School of Data Science and Artificial Intelligence.